Hey yo, welcome back to another part of What If Naruto was raised by the Nara clan. Um, this is part two to the series, and well, yeah, I haven't uploaded in like another 5 days. um, I just had like a lot of shit to do this week. Um, yeah, basically, I just didn't want to record. Um, blame it all on my family members. Actually, don't blame it on me, because it wasn't my fault. It was everybody else's fault. I'm kind of sick right now. I have allergies. And as some people know, spring is coming around the corner, and yeah, I'm dying over here. um, it's it's also due to the fact that it's kind of cold in my room, so I either kind of cold or it's my allergies kicking in. It's one of the two. I don't really know. Anyways, thanks for all the support you guys showed in the last video. I really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that many views or likes on a video I literally made like 20 days later. So it means a lot. So let's get to 25 likes if you guys want another part to this series, and 75 likes if you guys want two parts tomorrow. Um, but yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So last time we left off was basically Naruto whooping Sasuke's ass, and what would be Shikamaru and Naruto walking back to what would be the Nara clan, or the Nara house, I would like to call it. Um so yeah. Um and as Naruto and Shikamaru are walking, they notice that somebody was following them, so Naruto of course tells Shikamaru to go on ahead, and Shikamaru, noticing that there's a slight difference in what would be Naruto's voice, because they have grown up together for like the past, what would be like 10 years. um he would immediately go, because he knows something's about to happen. um Shikamaru leaves, and Naruto starts walking by himself to a to what would be a forest, where nobody else would see what would happen. If you guys know what I mean. um so Naruto stops and leans against what would be a tree, and he would tell, or he would just shout, "Hey yo, Sasuke, do you mind showing yourself?" And this is when what would be Sasuke comes out of the bush, or what tree he was hiding behind, and he's actually kind of shocked that Naruto kind of found out where he was, and he's like, Naruto's like, "What's up with that expression on your face? You really thought I wouldn't find you out?" Naruto starts laughing. He's like, "You're funny, Sasuke. You really think after all the training I've been through, I wouldn't notice such a puny, I don't know, hiding skill? You really, he's like, we really got to work on your, I don't know, we really got to work on your, stealth skills," he says. He's like, "Anyways, that's besides the point. Why'd you follow me? I don't have a lot of time, as you know, and I'd like to get this over with." And, Sasuke would start yelling at him, saying that he cheated, "You cheated, you son of a bitch. How dare you use your, Nara clan jutsu?" And Naruto, stops for a second, gets kind of serious. Sasuke, not really noticing the mood, because he is fucking dumb as fuck, would keep on shouting. He's like, "You really think that doesn't count as cheating? Just because it doesn't, that's because it doesn't say it on the rules, doesn't mean you can use it." Naruto starts saying this in a calm voice, and he says, "Sasuke, let me ask you a question, right?" He says, "Let's say you awakened your Sharingan, and you used it against me. Do you think that would be a fair fight?" He says. Sasuke would yell, "Yeah, of course it would be, because I was born with it." Naruto would then smile, says, "So, just because I wasn't, just because I was born, just because you were born by it with a technique, doesn't mean you can use it in our fight, now does it? By your logic, that's what you're saying," he says. So he's like, what? So you would want? So it's like basically what you're saying is you can't use any techniques except for like jutsus, like normal wind, fire, or lightning or any other elements. That's a dumb way of thinking, Sasuke. This is a cruel world, Sasuke. He says. He's like any card you have up your sleeve is is the only way you're ever gonna be able to survive. So that's why I used it. I don't consider it as cheating. I actually considered it as a gift. Unlike you, I was able to awaken it at a very young age. Kind of, putting Sasuke under the dirt. It's like, have you awakened your Sharingan yet? It's like, wait a second. Oh no, you haven't. Cause, let's see. Because you have no parents. He starts laughing, and Sasuke would get enraged. How dare you? He says. Talk about my parents. He's like, I'm sorry. It's just that it's so funny that your whole Uchiha clan got massacred by one person. And he wasn't even that old. He was like 17 at best. It's like, wow. How have the Uchiha clan fallen? He says. It must be because you guys are all weak. And this, triggers a memory inside of Sasuke's head. You're weak, Sasuke. Is all that he remembers from the memory. Sasuke immediately shouts, gets enraged. Ah! He says as he starts rushing towards Naruto. He's like, oh, sorry. I got you. Again. It's like you really should be aware of your surroundings. Shadow imitation technique, he says. And it basically manipulates the their um 1 second. It's called Shadow Neck Blind, which was used by Shikamaru in the Chunin exams against what would be Gaara's sister or whatever she was called. Which basically binds all the movements of the user to the opponent. So Sasuke gets basically trapped in this, and he can't really get out because firstly he does not have a strong will at all. The only will he has is revenge, and even then, he knows he can't beat Itachi. There's no way. Deep inside his heart, he knows that there's no way he can beat Itachi, especially if he has the Mangekyo Sharingan at this point. So, Naruto takes out a kunai. And Sasuke does the same. And they start walking around. Sasuke says, "What are you doing to me?" And Naruto smiles, says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cheating, aren't I?" "Oh, yeah, I guess this is not a fair fight, isn't it?" He's like, "How about we end this, huh?" He's like, "You see, if I just put this kunai in my heart, we would both die." "But that's the thing, Sasuke. I don't die. There are things, there are cards up my sleeve that you don't even know of. I have such powerful regenerative skills that I can probably regenerate even a heart. What about you, Sasuke?" He says. "Do you have anything to your name? Except for the last Uchiha?" He says, "I don't think so. Now get out of my sight." As he releases Sasuke from the bind. And Sasuke slowly leaves, knowing that Naruto's out of his league, especially right now. Naruto goes home and, he's in a playful mood. He doesn't really care. He thought all of that was a joke. He was just fucking around with Sasuke. He goes back home and, Shikamaru sees him in like a very playful mood. He hasn't seen Naruto be this happy in a while. And he's like, "So, you mind telling me what happened?" He's like, "No, I don't think I will." Sorry, that wasn't Avengers. That was a thing from Infinite Endgame. Sorry. I just want to edit it in. But Naruto's like, fuck it, I don't care. So he's like, basically, Sasuke followed me and I beat his ass again. Unfortunately, he's just that weak. Shikamaru's like, yeah, I bet you did more than that. I bet you ruined all his hopes for his future. Naruto's like, come on now, you can't be, putting me under the bus like this. I thought we were brothers. And Shikamaru's like, oh, come on, what is wrong with you? He's like, you do understand that he is the last Uchiha. And this is when Naruto's like, that's exactly why I hate him. Just because he thinks he's the last Uchiha doesn't give him the right to just fucking be a king for all he cares. He is no king in my mind, he says. He's just a kid with some brother issues. He has a brother complex for all I care, he says. And Shikamaru's like, you know what, you are right though. Sasuke doesn't have much to his name. It's like, damn. It's like, wait. I mean, he says, Naruto, you could train him, to become more, I don't know, useful. Naruto looks over to Shikamaru. It's like, I don't think you remember what our clan name is. He's like, yeah, that's true, that's true. Our clan name is the Nara clan, and we're usually lazy. Naruto's like, yeah, exactly. I would never teach that bastard, even in a million years. And then they start talking about like as they play shogi, I think is how it's called. As they start playing shogi, they start talking about the teams, which is gonna be in 2 years. Naruto's like, huh, I'm gonna say, they start making predictions. It's like teammate, um, is like, I'm definitely not gonna be on teammate because, well, first of all, they're pretty smart to the point where they can definitely be able to like see what kind of what teams they would probably be on. Um, um, so and they already have a little bit of information from their dad because he is like the intelligence or like the like kind of like the person who um like guides the war. I forgot the name for that. Um, but basically, they start talking about the teams and man, that's crazy. Um, he's like, I'd probably be on Team Seven. Yeah, and Shikamaru nods, says, yeah, that's true. He's like, I'll probably be with Sasuke, unfortunately, and Sakura. And Shikamaru's like, I feel bad for you, man. I really do. He's like, I don't remember exactly exactly what team Shikamaru was in, and but I'll look it up real quick. Team 7. I mean Team 10 with Choji and Ino. And they don't really know about their getting squads or getting leaders because they don't really know about, you know, not getting joining squad leaders because they don't really, know a lot of people. So, they're like, yeah, I don't know. As time goes on, we're probably gonna figure it out. But lo and behold, they got all their team correct. All their teams correct. Naruto says, "Hey yo, Shikamaru, come here, come here." Shikamaru kind of brings his ear towards Naruto. He's like, "Yo, you guys got like a secret scroll I can borrow? We could get stronger, and we could change our squads and be in the same squad. There's a lot of perks to being able to know secret stuff." Shikamaru's like, "That's such a drag." It's like, just tell me where it is and I'll go get it. It's fine. It's fine. And you know, Shikamaru's like, "Fine. It's gonna be in Dad's room. It's under his desk." Naruto's like, "All right, got you. Let me." He's like, "1 second, 1 second." And he starts, slowly walking to what would be Shikaku's dad, which is Shikamaru's dad. Wait, no, not Shikaku's dad. Shikamaru's dad, which is Shikaku. Um, of course, at this time, Shikaku would be out on a mission. So Naruto walks in and he secretly just steals the scroll. And, they see like a lot of scroll, I mean, like a lot of jutsus relating to what would be the shadow paralysis or, the shadow jutsu or shadow technique. The first one was the shadow neck bind, which Naruto already knows of. The shadow imitation technique. He says, as he looks through, some of them catch his eye. One of them would be the shadow transportation skill, and the other would be the shadow suing. Um, uh, and so basically, Naruto said, this is like, hey, yo, let's start trading. These two techniques look really, really handful. Really, really helpful, especially if you're in like a tight situation. Shikamaru's like, oh my god, I've never had to train this much in like my life. It's like, fine, fuck it. We should be able to learn all this in like a week or two. It doesn't look that hard. Naruto and Shikamaru start training that week. And in the next 2-3 weeks, they basically get what would be their exact. They would get the techniques down. And after those 2 weeks go by, Shikaku would come by, and this is when Naruto would go up to him and say, "Hey Shikaku, or hey Dad, can you help us find our nature elements, or or just our elements would be like fire, lightning, wind, earth, and lightning. Fuck, I don't know. I think I already said that. And Shikaku would be like, "Why do you need it at such a young age? In the academy, they're gonna teach you anyways." Naruto's like, "It's better to know it ahead of time." Shikaku would be like, "All right, fine. I don't really mind anyways. I would like you guys to be more stronger. You guys are so lazy." And then Naruto's like, "Yeah, coming from you, that doesn't mean that much." It's like, oh my heart. It's like that just broke my heart. Um, basically, um, Shikaku would give both of them a chakra paper, and he would be like, "Put your chakra into these papers." And Naruto would do so, and Naruto would get what would be wind, of course, lightning, because I want to switch it up a little bit, and water. He also got one more technique. And as Shikaku's pretty surprised, even with 3 chakra natures at such a young age, meaning that he could probably get more chakra natures as he goes by. But as soon as Naruto almost released the paper, a little darkness seeped out, and Shikaku's amazed. He hasn't seen the Yang element in so long. So basically, Naruto has wind, lightning, water, and Yang, the Yang release. Um, but yeah. So basically, the Yang release is darkness release. Basically, um, if you guys remember from Naruto Shippuden, Naruto could use it. But yeah, after all this is done, Naruto would go ahead and tell Shikaku that he's like, I kind of need a sparring partner at this point. He's like, "Do you know anybody?" And Shikaku would be like, "Excuse me, you're asking a lot from an old man." He's like an old man that literally knows all the, he's like, you're like an intelligence bureau. You know everything about the village. And Shikaku would be like, I mean, I could lead you to the one person, but he's gonna be a tough opponent, or he's gonna be a tough teacher. That's if he accepts you as a disciple. Naruto says, "Fine, fine, just Tell me where he is. He would tell him exactly where this person would be after he comes back from a mission, and Naruto would be waiting for this person. Next to what would be an alleyway, which this person goes to almost every day after he comes back from a mission. As this person is walking through the alleyway, Naruto seeps out from the darkness because of his um shadow transportation skill, which basically, if I haven't told you guys yet, is you basically, if you have like a little bit of like your shadow, or yeah, your shadow is in like that one place, you can basically teleport to that place, but your shadow has to be in that place. You know how like they can expand their shadow, like Shikamaru and Chikaku. That's exactly what Naruto has to do to be able to teleport, but he teleports there, and this person would immediately notice. It's like, Naruto's like, hello, Kakashi Sensei. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a while since I've recorded, and I'll probably start recording some more what ifs after this. So be on the lookout. Every time I say that, though, I don't record. So, like, I have no guarantees, but I'll definitely start recording more because I have a lot of free times at this moment. And yeah, as I said in the beginning, if you guys want another part, get to 25 likes. If you guys want 2 more parts tomorrow, get to 75 likes, and I'll do another part. I'll put out 2 parts tomorrow. With all that out of the way, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, as I make content like this every day. Well, sometimes every day. But yeah, peace.